Hey guys, it's Emily. In this video, we are going to show you our travels in Colorado for Grace's birthday, in Jeep, camping, all of the good stuff, highs and lows. Can't wait for you to watch. Just got to Denver and we are stocking up on groceries before we pick up our Jeep to head out. And we're at a Safeway, but of course we haven't picked up our Jeep yet. So we're here with our luggage. Grace and Emily travel back at it again. Yeah, America edition. All right, we have groceries and now headed to Chick-fil-A to pick up breakfast. They only have curbside pickup, so I'm gonna stand in the curbside spot to get pickup even though I'm not in my car. Whatever. We still have a few more minutes before we can go get our Jeep. So we're gonna sit inside the Safeway and eat the Chick-fil-A because we can't eat in Chick-fil-A because of COVID. And then we'll head to get to the Jeep place and start loading it up. We have tons of groceries and I think it's gonna be a good trip. Excited to start it. Success. Woo. Check out our ride for the next 5 days. We're ready to go. Being a little more classy this time for our lunch meal. We are in Boulder, and then we're heading up to Rocky Mountain National Park. And Taylor's here, so we gotta capture her in the next. Insert Taylor. Cuties! Try to go down. You want to get wet? Okay, go out there. I got it on camera. Do it. Do it, I dare you. After setting up camp, we spent part of the afternoon watching the sunset and reading our books on the ridge. Grace is losing it. It's day one, Grace. What? It's day one. We just read and we're gonna go to camp and start making dinner. I put it in the bag. It is almost 7 o'clock, so the sun is setting and Grace has already lost her mind.
Winter in Rocky Mountain. Straight from the source. Oh, it is spring.
Night one, dinner, burgers. How's it going, guys? We figuring it out?
Good. Yeah. We're gonna toast some buns after this.
Wow. Okay, what are we drinking?
Screwball. Peanut butter whiskey.
Yum.
Goes down nice and sweet. New obsession.
Our camp spot.
Yes. Breathin'. Stuff it.
Day one, we slept all in the same tent on top. It's definitely too small. It's definitely covered in moisture this morning. None of us slept very well, but we're up and ready to start the day and get some coffee going, make some oatmeal, and start getting out for some hikes. a beautiful day, and we're about to head out to do 2 hikes. One of them a quick one to Emerald Lake, which is apparently the thing to see in Rocky Mountain National Park, and then we're gonna hike Deer Mountain so we get a view of the entire valley. I'm just so happy, honestly. Even though our sleeping wasn't that good, I just feel so happy being in the wilderness and not having that many people. Even though camp was kind of crowded, so I'm excited for some dispersed camping this evening. But other than that, amped. Before we leave camp, a quick tour of the tent. We fit 3 of us across here, our heads there, and we have little pockets here to store things and a light, but it was pretty cramped. And there's camp. Hiking on packed snow, kind of icy. I think I'm just gonna go real slow. What about you, Grace?
Yeah.
Have you hiked on snow before? No, I've never done this. This is wild. We were absolutely blown away and shocked to see cross-country skiers coming down on the same trail that we were hiking up. This is just so wild that they ski on the trail. Who knew? Not only did we love watching the skiers and snowboarders come down on the trail, we also loved hiking on this compact snow, and even were blown away again by the amazing views on this hike. It was my first time seeing frozen lakes and walking across them many times to get to our final lookout point on the last lake. Snack time at Emerald Lake. Grace is reapplying. No, should I reapply? Oh, maybe. You are a little red, but I can't tell if it's there. It could be wind. It could be wind burn. There's a little tiny birdie in the tree. Oh my god, After eating a snack and soaking in the views, we talked to a few skiers who had just come down the mountain to ask them about their experience before heading back out on the trail. Boom! Boom!
Do you want to put in your backpack?
No, you keep going. Okay, bye. We took so many videos.
Rocky Mountain National Park.
Rocky Mountain National Park. We're going south and across because the road that normally cuts through the park is closed for the winter until Memorial Day. It is 2 months before that, so a month now. So we're coming across. We have 2 hours left, and we're going to our dispersed camping site. Very excited for this tonight. We have water, we have gas, and we have ice, so we're good.
No fires.
Okay.
Announcement.
Don't do it. Because of the negative sleep experience that Grace had being in the middle of Taylor and I in the top of the Jeep tent, we decided to set up the ground tent, and it may have taken us a little while to figure it out.
I think I'm gonna put it on bottom. No, I think it was like over.
Dispersed camping at this spot did not turn out as planned. Originally, we thought we were going to be in a pull-off instead of a dirt parking lot, but the snow made it impossible for us to get to the normal dispersed camping locations. We weren't really bothered here, although we did have a few visitors come by in the early evening before dark. I hiked up to the top of the hill by our campsite to get this amazing view, because from our campsite, I think you can see it, we're down in the valley, so we can't see all these things. I can see a lake and the mountain range, and it's just amazing and beautiful. But kind of sad because it's all fire damage from the fires last year, so it still smells pretty ashy. So hopefully it comes to life again soon. Right before dusk, we ended up having to move camp from one spot to another due to the snow melt. Water was pouring down and puddling near our area, which would have made it impossible for the person in the tent to sleep.
Hello. Yes, we slept up here. It's pretty cool. We're on top of the Jeep.
And just like that, we were off to the next. We were going to spend the morning at the Sulphur Hot Springs. The hot springs were nice, but we would probably recommend skipping it if you were going to copy this itinerary. I made lunch. Have a nice little view. We made it in the car of this motel so we could shower after the Sulphur Hot Springs. After a long day of driving, our new campsite totally made up for it, with spectacular views. Bear. There's deer. 1, 2, 3. They like our music. Grace, they all looked at you. You can't laugh like that. Because you scared the fucking crap out of me. Bye. Literally, we're staring here. Like here, deer. Oh, they're all running now. I think it's because Grace is laughing.
Like Taylor just goes, oh my god. And I was like, oh my god. There's so many. Look at it, look at it, look at it. And they were all looking at us. I'm gonna get run over with a deer in my head. I want to feed it.
Wild. We had a perfect night's sleep. Good morning. The sunrise was something of our dreams. Cotton candy skies.
Are they? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot handle it.
I don't know why it pours like that.
Nope. I don't know.
Morning! Good morning. It is Grace's birthday. And it is 28 degrees, really cold. Beautiful view of the valley. Drinking my coffee that Grace started for us this morning. And we're ready to have a good day. We're hoping to get some hiking in. We've had a mishap at the different camps last night, so unsure about what trails are open. So we're gonna drive into Gunnison National Park to see if we can do any hikes there, and then ask for help as we work our way back towards Denver or towards sand dunes today. So up in the air with the plans, but we have a plan of attack. In early April, there's not much hiking that's open in Gunnison National Park, but we ended up doing a trail that had plenty of snow still on it. The views of the sheer cliffs were pretty spectacular and super beautiful with the snow. Due to the danger of hiking into the canyon, you did have to get a permit from the visitor center to hike into the canyon, which we did not do. Deers?
Like they could have pounced. How loud you
I'm sweating. Me too. My back is getting really full. We ended up taking a loop that could have been a little dangerous since it wasn't well traversed and was still really covered in snow. The snow was not as compact as our first day in Rocky Mountain, and it was pretty slippery, and there were moments where you kind of just fell right through the snow a foot or two. Don't fall! We celebrated this short but challenging hike and Grace's birthday with some shots. Whoop whoop!
Are we gonna do 26 shots today?
Oh my god.
Are we at 2?
We're at 2. We could do it.
We're at 2 like sips.
Yeah. What you see here is Taylor being a little bit adventurous and testing out the frozen lake to make sure that she's not about to fall right through. And Milano's, of course. The next morning, we got up early and hiked the Hartman Rocks before heading out to the sand dunes. Before we found our awesome campsite that we called home for 2 nights, we initially thought we were going to stay here at Hartman Rocks, but due to the mud and the spring plants coming to life again, we weren't allowed to overland here. We all really loved the hike in this area. The trees were beautiful, the rock formations were amazing, although it was super, super windy. Walking down Kill Hill. It was killer on the way up. We are here at the Great Sand Dunes. It is really windy. I don't know how far we're gonna make it. Sand is pelting me. It's so windy. But we're gonna try. Just see how far we can go. We'll see how it goes. To even get to the dunes, you had to cross this plain of sand, and the wind was so extreme that there was sand pelting you everywhere. This is crazy. We just want to touch the sand dune. We definitely don't recommend coming to the sand dunes in early April. At least maybe with these conditions. Apparently people can climb into the dunes to the highest dune, but you definitely couldn't do it this time of year. I guess you could, but if you did, it would be a really uncomfortable experience. It's so much calmer right here on the other side of this bridge I just walked down. There's Grace and Taylor. Holy shit. Getting pelted by sand. Definitely in every crevice. And I'm wearing my ski jacket. Crazy. Man, were we excited to find some dispersed camping and overland for real. But seriously, the wind from the sand dunes carried over and we could not find a spot that was not completely blasted by the wind.
Yes, Taylor!
So instead, we continued driving north and eventually reached Colorado Springs and had a nice dinner. It is really windy. We are at some park in a parking lot where someone in town told us they stayed here before overnight. So we're here. We're all three going to be up in the truck tent again, which was really cramped for Grace the first time. But it's just too windy and we're in too much of a public place to have someone on the ground. So we're all three going to squeeze in here again for one last night.
Yeah. All that room is room because I'm laying all the way down right now. Okay.
Do you have control of the battery for, the heating pad?
Yes, it's remaining at a 4.
Okay.
Who moved it to a 3?
It just might have been the shuffle.
Okay,
I didn't move
I
it.
didn't know if it happened on purpose because I would prefer more.
The battery will die. Grace, is this your worst nightmare?
A little bit, yeah. No, I'll survive.
You're gonna survive.
I'll try part 2. I think it's better our heads not all being by each other. Okay.
Yeah, we did all sleep
How you
heads.
feel like you're gonna have more room?
It was pretty cramped.
No, here's a cool.
Do you have anything you would like to tell your fans?
I don't want to say this on camera.
Say you don't have to. Okay, good night.
Good night. My fans, I never thought I would experience this. So, that's cool.
That's pretty cool, I guess. Okay, good night.
Night.
Ranger.
So fucking bad.
We did a lot. Joss went to sleep.
Okay.
It's time to go. It was past 10 p.m. at night when the ranger came and kicked us out of the park. Luckily, we drove back to a campsite we had initially looked at before, was able to get a reservation and pay for the night at a campsite. It was time to pack up camp and have breakfast for the last time. back to Garden of the Gods, where we initially tried to overnight camp. I definitely get why this place is called Garden of the Gods. It feels very spiritual, just how these like sheer rocks are like straight out of the ground. And like the rest of this area doesn't look like this at all, so it's pretty amazing. Hi little deer.
Just, like, shedding through the summer.
Yeah. Hi guys. They're so close to us. We have done some pretty different things on this trip. First of all, we have been driving around in a Jeep with a tent on top and sleeping in that. We hiked on snow, which was crazy. And then we crossed over the sand dunes and just got pelted by sand. Overall, pretty awesome. Did camping, cooked on a stove, and tried to stay warm in the tent. Luckily, we had a heated blanket. Almost time to say bye to Mr. Jeep. And just like that, it was time to return the Jeep. What an amazing trip with Grace for her birthday. We're on the way to the airport. It was a good trip. Winning. Why are we so awkward with the cameras on? I thought you were taking a photo. No, we got the camera.
No, this is for the vlog. The vlog.
And then I went red and I was like, okay, we're good. We submitted photos to try to win a free night, but honestly, we're just trying to win the best photo award.
And we're just trying to win.
We're just trying to win.
Give me your hand.
No,